Hey, this is Keith, member of the Finest, member of the Civil Defense 13th Mobile Infantry, New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. I'm really terrible at updating my social media. I have a Facebook page that hasn't been updated in the longest time, and I got something recently. There's a project that finished that I wanted to give everybody an update on, and also really you can see behind me that I have a number of Pit Viper Studios helmets. And whenever someone at a convention or after a photo shoot says, wow, did you guys make this? And I'm always say, yeah, I made this part, I made that part, I made this part. But I always talk about my bucket, my helmet is from Pit Viper Studios. Go check them out. And I wanted to do a little bit of an unveiling because this is a project that Len and I have been working on for a really long time. I asked him if he'd be up for the commission, and he was up to it and he did it. We collaborated back and forth, but he did all the heavy lifting. He did all the sculpting, all the painting. I worked up a little guide for the painting for him. I even was a little pain in the butt when I was like, oh, that detail over there, can you add that in? But to his credit, he absolutely did everything. And the final product is just outstanding, not only in its color, but also its design and detail. And I wanted to do a little bit of an unboxing video. So that's what we're going to do. But before I get to the unboxing, a little bit of history. A few members of the Finest decided to make a detachment of Iron Grenadiers. And that went off fantastically. Everybody looks great. They all got buckets from Pit Viper Studios, from Len, and truly, they look great. Now, I was not really collecting G.I. Joe at this time when the Iron Grenadiers came out. And looking at everyone, I was like, I got to get in on this. But I also know that I always have to be a little bit different. Like my 86 Viper has patches on the sleeves and also pockets because, well, if I have a tack vest on, I can't use all the pockets in my BDU, so let me make practically something out here on the sleeves. So it's technically not an 86 Viper, but that's me. I'm always just a little bit different, except, even my Crimson Guard has two stripes and a different patch on it, rather than the basic one stripe and the diamond patch. So I always got to be that guy. Anyway, looking at the Iron Grenadiers that the other members of the Finest did, I was like, I want to do a modern version. I like the classic, but I want to do the modern version. And I contacted Len and said, hey, can you do a modern IG? And he was like, yeah, I can do that. But the thing about the modern IG is I needed to go one step further. And there is a version of the figure that was a JoeCon exclusive, that it's the modern sculpt on the head, but a whole trench coat. And I know that Alex Thorne, the CEO of the Finest, has done a version, part of the Iron Grenadiers, but he's done the major. And I wanted to do one of the Iron Grenadiers with that trench coat, with that color scheme, but also eventually just have a basic all black modern Iron Grenadier. So I needed to start with the modern helmet, but then I wanted to go a little bit further. I asked Len, and he's done the modern IG, and people can order that helmet from him. But for mine, specifically for this figure, this JoeCon exclusive, he added some extra details and also gave it a unique paint scheme that makes it mine. Now, it might be the first, and eventually other people might order one, but I'm so happy to have this one. So here we go. This is my IG helmet, and what we had specifically worked on was this paint scheme, the gold piping across the vents here, the gold attachments, And then also on the front, he made this access point, because there's also like a gas mask feature that will go on this, just a slightly darker red. And you can see that it's a high gloss lacquer, but then he did the rest of the helmet in a flat black. And then he was actually able to, we discussed this, and he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to pull it off. He did the band around the helmet in a gloss black, and that was just such a detail that I was not expecting, and it came out beautifully. Whereas he did the fancier buckle type devices. This is just absolutely beautiful. And if it's anything like my Crimson Guard, I don't think I'm going to be able to do the glasses with it. Nope, too close. So let's see. This is amazing. You're not able to see through this at all from the outside. From the inside, it's like a dark green, so it's a very, very dark visor. And I am just so overjoyed with this piece, and I can't wait to finish up the trench coat, and also just finish up the black modern Iron Grenadier. But this helmet is just absolutely gorgeous, and I just want to say thank you so much from myself to Len and Pit Viper Studios. This is an amazing bucket, and I can't wait to show it off, and I can't wait to continue to say, oh, did you make the helmet? No, I didn't, but I got it from Pit Viper Studios. So thank you once again to Len and the entire team at Pit Viper Studios, his wife Amy, the other folks that help out in the shop. Thank you to the finest for always, we always have to rise to meet that occasion, and I hope I do that with this costume. But I am ecstatic, and I cannot wait to be wearing this new bucket in my modern Iron Grenadier. So thanks again, and I hope everybody enjoyed this video.